Alright guys, so we're down in the bilge today and we're going to do some bilge cleaning. You can see we've got a little bit of dirt all over the place and we need to tidy this place up. Looks like it's been dusty down here for a while. I've been doing the project here with the pump, the oil exchange pump, so I've got a little bit of grease, but we just got dirt and dust. So I've had a couple hoses pop, so you can see the dust down there. Looks like I got a little bit of a coolant stain or a rust stain in the bottom under the engine. So we're going to go ahead and clean all that stuff up. You can also see under the port engine, looks like there's some flakes or some chips down there. So everything just kind of needs to get cleaned. Just gets a little bit tidy, and then you can actually see I have an issue here where one of my supports for the Cat 3208 is actually rusting. So we're going to probably address that too after we get everything clean. But I want to get the engine room clean before I do anything to the engines or take anything apart. So as you can just see, there's dirt everywhere. You know, it's very, very greasy, very oily. So I'm gonna run through my process of how I clean the engine room, the products that I use, what I do with everything, and kind of getting it all tidied up. So it's definitely something very important in boating. If you're going to have a boat, you need to make sure your bilge, your engine room, if you have inboards or outboards, everything is clean down below. It's a lot easier to spot problems if everything is clean and there's no drips, there's no oil. This has actually gotten a little bit out of control down here, as you can see, but we're going to fix all that today. So some of the things that I'm using today is, you can kind of see I've got the shop vac over there. I've got a pump sprayer, which is just any standard pump sprayer. I think this one actually might be from Chemical Guys. So it's a car sprayer, which actually I really do like, and mainly I'm going to use Formula 88, which is a degreaser, and you can see back there is a little bit of a bleach bottle. So I've got two brushes that I like to use. One is kind of a toilet brush, or it looks like a toilet brush. It's small, slender, so that I can get into some of those hard to reach places, and the other one's basically just a regular old white scrub brush. So that and a couple towels is really all you need. The shop vac is key though, because what you don't want is when you're cleaning all of this oil, all of the sediment and everything, you don't want that pumped overboard into the ocean. So you need to make sure that you vacuum all of that water out. It doesn't go overboard. Vacuum it out, put it into buckets, and dispose of that properly. So that's definitely something you need to be mindful of. You don't want to contaminate the waters that we fish. All right, so I'm going to start with vacuuming all the sediment out of the boat that I can get before I put any water in here and try to do any type of wiping down. So you can see it looks a little bit cleaner, but now we're going to go ahead and apply some Formula 88. So this is just a mixture of Formula 88 and water. I want to say 1 to 5 degreaser. So we're just going to put some degreaser down. Again, make sure before you do this, you block off your bilge, and then also vacuum all of the residue out, because you don't want, this is probably okay to go into the ocean, but since I'm gonna vacuum everything up anyways, I'm gonna might as well take care of this water also, and don't let anything go overboard, especially because once I do the degreaser, there's going to be, as you can see, all the residue from under the engine. You can see all of that is going to end up in the vacuum. So I don't want any of the residue and the powder and grease to end up in the ocean. So all right, you can already see how much cleaner that turned out just with the degreaser, and I haven't even hit it with bleach or anything to make it turn white. You can see some of those stains back there. Still got a stain coming up the side, which that'll go away with the bleach and turn white. But this is basically what I do, and I'll do each section of the boat. So they're all these little bulkheads are kind of separated, you know, the engine. So this is under the engine here. So each one has its own spot for collecting water or sediments. So I'll go through and clean and then do each one. So if you guys happen to get anything from this video, do me a favor, give me a like or a thumbs up. Let me know how what you use to keep your Bilge clean, if it's better than what I have. All right, so that's the first pass of some degreaser. You can see it's a lot better, but there's still a lot down there. We just emptied the vacuum into the bucket. So we're going to keep going on this and try to get this engine, or at least under the engine, as clean as possible. So I feel like this hasn't been done in many years. So it is definitely way overdue. So definitely one of the reasons I wanted to do this, though, was because I'm going to do a rebuild on probably the Starbrite engine this year while it's cool out, and I want to make sure that the engine room is clean as possible before I start doing that work. Why I started on the port side of the boat, I have no idea. Do you have any idea, Kaylin? No? No, don't understand, huh? Me neither.
Why is it
so, but because I'm going
to
do this engine, but for some reason I started over here cleaning, so I know. Oh well.